Electricity enables our 21st century day-to-day life. Day in and day out, we use electricity to charge our home appliances and smart devices, and rarely think about how inconvenient life would be without it. Truth is, not everyone on this planet has access to the local electricity grid. In places like South America, Africa, or some parts of Asia, it is not uncommon to see villages cut off from the outside world due to a lack of infrastructure. Many Nepalese villages have taken things into their own hands and bought solar power plants to provide clean energy for farming, irrigation, and other appliances as an effort to modernize and ease their citizens' day-to-day life.
It turns out that these villages produce more electricity than what they need most of the year. This problem of inefficiency was given to various groups of young engineers like us. In short, we had to convert all this excess electricity into something that would benefit the whole community. My team and I worked hard to design a machine which would enable the villagers to refine their agricultural goods into a product which could be sold at a greater profit than previously, and thus increase the villagers' overall wealth. We combined the most abundant goods like rice and wheat with one of Asia's most popular foods, noodles. Our noodle machine will enable the villagers to dry noodles for storage and transport or sell freshly steamed noodles directly to the customer.
First, water is heated by a boiler and added to the rice or wheat flour inside a mixing bowl, while the two components are blended by two stirring rods, powered by a small electric motor. By spinning the bowl, the dough can now be poured into a tray, where the surface smoothens naturally due to the dough's low viscosity. In the next step, a number of trays are put into the steam cooker. Heating rods at the bottom of the chamber convert water into steam, which can rise through the holes in the trays. This ensures an even distribution of steam inside of the cubicle, giving the dough a tougher consistency. The dough is now ready to be sliced into thin noodles. In order to save the effort of cutting the noodles one by one, we use a special cutting tool, basically a rolling pin with blades. It slices the dough into the perfect size every time. As a last step, the noodles can be dried in order to extend their shelf life and make them more marketable. About 8 to 12 trays of noodles can be dried at the same time. Therefore, they are kept at about 35 degrees for a few hours. We tried to keep the process as simple as possible, including the user experience as well as the construction of the machines itself. Even though it still contains some steps that have to be exercised manually, we have managed to reduce the process of noodle production to a minimal effort